Hey guys, welcome back. So in the forums over on Facebook, the Thunderbolt page, the Fairlane page, everybody has seen the build, and a lot of people are asking, hey, is that a nice system to go to that you're running on the car? And then they ask about the install. So this video just covers the components and the install, the way I did it, and the little tips and tricks. So let's start with the upper and lower tubular arms. When you buy the kit from CPP, it comes with the upper tube, lower tube. It does not come with instructions on how to assemble it. I don't understand why they don't have instructions, but the front bracket, you unbolt the factory one, bolt their eccentric front bracket in, same way with the back. The front is an eccentric, so when you go, after you get this kit in, all your adjustment is actually made on this. My guy was like, wow, it took me 10 minutes to set up your front end. This is great. Another weird thing about this is they will send you 4 of these whole setups for the eccentric bolt. You only use 2, one on each side in the front. I have no idea why you get 4, but hey, extra parts is good. Winging around to the top, like I said, they don't send you instructions. So back behind here is a plate, a metal bar, L bracket, that bolts down into the frame. Without instructions, no one has any idea where to torque. You don't know how anything goes together. A lot of people, I've talked with them on the phone and messages back and forth, and it even fouled me up for like the first 20 minutes when I was putting the front end together. In the back on the L bracket, there is 2 Phillips heads that go down. This kit comes with 2 star washers. Put the star washers on the Phillips, then tighten the Phillips down into the countersunk holes, and it will tighten up. Because if you try to do it without the star washers on there, the friction washers, it'll never tighten up. And this has been talked about on the forums and the boards time and time again. Upper control arm, real easy, turns into a slip and slider. Adjustment's great. The bottom's great. Alignment is so easy. Greased ball joints come with the kit. So all you do is pop off the guards, literally bolt everything in, get it mocked up, and tighten bolts, and you're off to get an alignment. That's how easy it is for those. If anybody's wondering, this is just a generic Ford 65 disc brake kit that you can buy on eBay. Nothing special, and they work really, really good for this car. Let's talk about the coilovers. These are also from CPP. These are the retrofit kit for 65 Mustang. Yes, 65 Mustang. Now you're going to have common parts on your Fairlane, because if you messed with them enough, you know every time you buy something for a Fairlane, no one makes cool aftermarket parts, and you have to pay the tax in order to get custom stuff done. So these 65 Mustang. The coils, they come, you can get 3 different weights. This is a 350 pound rating. This is a 302 iron small block. I'm fine with the weight. I don't need to run a heavier coil. There's guys that are running the 351s. They're running a 350 pound coil. Some of them run 400s, depending on how high you ride your car. This car sits a little under stock. Ride quality is great. There's no binding. Comes with the Viking shock. The big bugaboo about the Viking shocks, and ask me why I know this, is if you do not put anti-seize on the rings, once you start to adjust the shock, it will gall twice. It is a 2-way adjustable shock. When you get these, they have dog bones in the bottom and the top. The top dog bone is a short one for the Mustang. The bottom dog bone is a long one. What you want to do is unclip the dog bones and swap them. And once you swap them, I'll show you how to fix the top one. That way it mounts up and there's no fitment problems. So there's only a couple of modifications you have to do to run this kit. One of them is, like I said, the 350 pound coil. Mustang coils are a smaller diameter than Fairlane coils. As soon as you yank the stock coils out of a Fairlane, you'll realize they are this round and this frickin' tall for some reason. So I went and made myself centering rings. This is something, if you guys hit me up, I can set you up with that, and all it does is take up the difference in the size between the Coil pocket and the Mustang Coil. Okay, welcome to the Topside. Welcome to the dirty engine bay. Like I said about the dog bones, you'll get a longer one on the bottom, a shorter one on top. All you're going to have to do is take the keeper rings out, slide them out, and swap them. When you bring the large one to the top, you're going to have to modify it. And what I mean by modify it is you're going to have to open up these slots a little bit for the bigger bolts to come through. And then beyond that, you're going to have to take this shoulder right here and mill it or grind it in further. The reason for that is because the diameter of this space is short and it's a lot more narrow than these shoulders are. There is a second option for you guys that want to keep the split bushing top and the tower top brackets. This is also by Viking. Part numbers for all this are below, including this little monster. The tops of these unscrew from the rod of the dampener. This screws down on the rod of the dampener. So once you get it in, it will sit up high enough and you'll be able to hook it up like the stock shock. The good side to this is it keeps the stock appearance. The benefit to doing it is when your suspension articulates up and down, it allows the shock to make a little bit more movement to where the dog bone is a little bit more rigid. The reason I went with the dog bone and not this in the original orientation is because I was going to do more corner carving with the car, so I wanted a little bit more rigid. But now I'm going to switch out to this just for giggles to see what the difference is. All right, that is it. We went over the lowers. We went over the coilover kit. Like I said before in the forums, if you guys seen it, the reason why I did this, it was cost effective compared to rebuilding all the original components from the bottom. Spend a little bit more money, get a little more modern ride. If that's what you're after, it made good sense. There's a couple of friends out there that are now fully involved in their Fairlane builds. So Will Pile's Custom Garage. He's also here on YouTube. And another guy just started doing YouTube videos on his Fairlane build. And that's Fox Builder Garage. He just did a YouTube video on his front end setup and he's going JAS, I think is the company. Anyways, check him out. Different builds, different ideas. See what you like, see what you don't like. And if you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. So ring the bell, subscribe, and if you get tired of it, you can always unsubscribe later. All right, guys, keep building and see you later.